News 7x7 is a unique channel dedicated to the news from dairy industry. Every week you receive brief on top 7 dairy news on this YouTube channel from India and abroad. These news could be seen in detail on our channel dairynews7x7.com also. You may write in the comment box on the dairy topics of your interest. We will try to develop news feature on the same. Your constant feedback and patronage to this channel is our source of Top 7 dairy news from the week of March 28 will cover. Amul set to taste Rs 60,000 crore sales marks in FY22. Avin consumers complained of not getting cooking butter from parlours. India-UAE Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. Dairy goods kept out of FTA. Ice cream makers upbeat about hot sales this year. Russia-Ukraine crisis could lower global dairy consumption. New organic dairy rule taps down on how to expand herds. Cadbury Dairy Milk Chocolate Bar is hit by shrinkflation. Amul brand will cross the Rs 60,000 crore mark in total sales this fiscal, up 13% on year last year 2021. Amul did a turnover of Rs 53,000 crore against Rs 52,000 crores in FY20. RS Sodhi told Financial Express that the jump in sales would be on the back of products like butter, cheese, milk, curd, ice creams and other dairy products and is planning to invest around Rs 1,000 crore annually to expand processing facilities in states where it has a significant presence like Telangana, Punjab and Assam. Amul also plans to expand its distribution network by adding at least 5 to 6 branches annually for distribution of dairy products. Currently, Amul has around 9,200 distributors and more than 720,000 retailers as part of the marketing value chain. Amul in FY22 had shipments of Rs 1,400 crores, a 160% rise in exports from the previous years. Next 2 years, milk prices will be firm and this would encourage youth to go for dairy farming, Mr. Sodhi said. Avin consumers in Chennai have complained that they are unable to get cooking butter from parlours. A person who runs an Avin franchisee outlet said they were getting only about 5 to 10 packs a day compared to the usual 50 packs. Customers are beginning to sound desperate and we have to give priority to those who buy from us on a regular basis. Sources said Avin's daily milk procurement had fallen from 42 lakh litres to 30 lakh litres per day. Over 28.5 lakh litres of milk is being sold as milk, leaving just 1.5 lakh litres per day for other purposes. This is the lean season and the milk production is down. Private dairies have also poached Avin's milk procurement areas. As a rule, Avin used to keep 2,500 tons of butter and 3,000 tons of skim milk powder. However, it has now been reduced drastically, so they had procured butter from other cooperatives to tide over the sudden demand. India has kept sensitive dairy products out of the purview of its free trade agreement with the UAE and pledged phased reduction of tariffs on certain key farm and food items, mainly meat, to safeguard the interest of domestic players. Under the India-UAE Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement (CEPA), which taxes bovine meat and chicken imports at 30%, will trim the duty to 27% in the first year of the FTA, followed by a phased reduction of 300 basis points each year until it reaches 15%. Buffalo meat alone contributed about $2.8 billion to India's farm export kitty until January this fiscal. Of course, in some other meat segment where it's not a big player, the duties will be abolished immediately. A broad range of dairy products including milk, yogurt, butter, ghee and cheese, which typically attracts duties of 30 to 60%, are excluded from the ambit of the agreement. Similarly, India would allow duty-free access to 80% of goods from the UAE now and it would go up to 90% in 10 years. After witnessing 2 consecutive years of lackluster sales in summers, ice cream makers are upbeat about their business this year. The relaxation of COVID restrictions across the country coupled with the prediction of a very hot summer is likely to augur well for companies which are expecting 25 to 35% growth in sales in this year. According to Girish Pai, Director Kamath Sour Times Ice Cream Private Limited, owner of Naturals Ice Cream, was one of the worst affected industries, particularly during the first wave of COVID in 2020. The revenue is almost half from that of the pre-COVID period. We are already at pre-COVID levels and are expecting to grow by around 30 to 50% this year over 2019. Naturals ice cream, which is currently present across 11 states, primarily in the western and northern region, is looking to expand its footprint in southern parts of the country post Diwali this year. The company has 18 company owned and 119 franchise stores at present. It plans to take the total store count to over 160 by the end of this year. The Russian invasion of Ukraine could also have an impact on the dairy supply chain. In addition, inflation in dairy markets could begin to weaken consumption, especially in Russia and low-income nations. The analysis coming from Betty Burning with the Daily Dairy Report. According to Rabobank, Russia and Ukraine are responsible for 18% of global corn exports, which is a key feed ingredient in dairy rations around the world, and that's where the domino effect begins. As input prices rise, so do milk and dairy prices. Higher dairy prices could then threaten global consumption. Some dairy companies such as Lilly and Fonterra have stopped operations in Russia. Danone has closed one of its 2 plants in Ukraine, which could also have an impact. From 2010 to last year, total dairy exports from the US to Canada rose 48%, from just over $466 million to more than $691 million last year. The country's proximity to the US aiding in the export of items such as food, milk, cheese and infant formula. A major rule change was rolled out this week for the rapidly growing organic dairy industry in the United States. The USDA Origin of Livestock rule announced this week puts a premium on cows used to produce organic milk. Those cows likely become the few and the proud, as cows under conventional care will only once be able to transition to organic care. Dairy cows under conventional care usually are exposed to antibiotics and less expensive non-organic feeds. Under the new rule, a one-time transition to organic care is permitted, but no switching back and forth. And only until the animal is 1 year old could the transition occur. That ends the practice of cows being under conventional care until they are older and then being switched to organic. The global market value of organic dairy products was $20 billion in 2020. According to Statista Research, and in the same year, the organic food market in the US topped $56 billion. Shoppers are being hit with a bad news onslaught as the cost of living crunch hits like a mugger, and Cadbury Dairy Milk Chocolate is the latest victim. Supermarket executives have warned that they cannot swallow the rising cost to keep shelf prices the same as inflation reached a 30-year high of 6.2% in the year to February, with milk, fresh meat and coffee seeing particularly sharp increases. Shrinkflation, the art of reducing a product size to keep its price, has been slipping to British stores as part of the wider surge in inflation. Cadbury has reduced the size of dairy milk sharing bars by 10% as it passes on the impact of soaring cost to customers. Parent company Mondelez blamed rising inflation in the production of its chocolate as it reduced the size of its larger bars from 200 grams to 180 grams. The bars are still being typically sold for £2 despite the size reduction. Thanks for watching Dairy News 7x7 channel with news update from last 7 days. To continue receiving update from this channel, I Kuldeep Sharma request you to subscribe this channel and share and like the video, and also don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.